Welcome to the Short Desk Podcast YouTube page. We are your hosts today, John, Steph, and a sleepy Keith. Um, listen, it feels like it's been maybe 2 or 3 episodes since Steph has been with us.
I
I know
know.
one of the episodes she had a wardrobe malfunction, um, and then she was out of town and had a lot going on
You
since
really have
last.
people thinking I was naked.
Well, it's not a thought. It's what was going on,
I was fully
and
clothed.
I had to John and I had to tell her, listen, we can't record like that. She was like, I'm not putting on any clothes. I said, okay, we're just gonna have to mute your screen because it's not, you know.
So, John, you just go sit there and let him lie like that?
I'm not gonna lie, I love this bit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Thank you, John. So
Some awesome bit.
it really is. Before we get into everything, y'all, we really want to thank you for your continued support. As you know, with the OG podcast, we are on a little break. We'll be back on January 10th with a brand new episode for the new year. And the sports episodes are still going on every Friday. We still like sports. So last week, John and I tried the Christmas Nutty Buddy bars with the white chocolate. And
How
they were
were
pretty.
those?
You
It
don't
was
like Nutty
basically
Buddy, huh?
It was what?
well, he was asking the question, so I stopped my statement. So I'll let
No,
him continue. You said you
no,
didn't
no
like
answer.
no. It tasted like a regular Nutty Buddy. Not much different from the chocolate one or the milk chocolate one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it had white chocolate, but I there was nothing distinct about the white chocolate.
I'm about to say, are y'all like those types that think that there's no difference between white chocolate and milk chocolate?
Oh,
Y'all don't
there's a
taste
There
the
is an
difference?
absolute difference.
Oh, because
Absolutely.
I know people like that. They're like, I don't taste the difference. I'm like, there's definitely a difference.
I had a white chocolate Snicker bar the other day.
Ooh, those are
White
so
chocolate
good.
Snicker bar?
They are
Yeah.
so good. They are so good.
They're good, but they are drastically different from a regular Snicker bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man,
I
that white
love white
chocolate
chocolate.
Twix too. My God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
love white chocolate.
when they first came out with the Twix, the M&Ms, and the Snickers hit at the same time. I remember this is like 2016, 2017. And the only place around here that would sell them is Quick Trip.
I didn't necessarily care for the white chocolate peanut M&Ms. Be
I
honest
get the
I
with you.
didn't either.
plain.
I
I
couldn't
get the
get into them.
plain. Yeah, when I get the white chocolate M&Ms, I get the plain. But
Yeah.
that Twix, baby.
Yeah, my favorite candy bar of all time was this white chocolate back in the 80s and very, very early 90s. It was called it was a Nestle bar, Alpine something. It was like white chocolate with
I thought
little mini nuts in it.
I thought you were about to say Zero Bar.
I've never had a Zero bar.
Don't.
My dad eats them. I wanted to always try one.
Don't. I'm gonna tell you what else is good.
Mm.
And it's not white chocolate, but the Snickers almond.
I've never had Snickers almond
The
either.
Snickers almond is really delicious. I like it.
Really? Okay. To give it a try. Yeah, you don't like Nutty Buddy, do you? Yeah, you don't like Little Debbie snacks. Remember, you a little bit too upper class to be eating Little Debbie snacks. So,
I am not upper
but
class.
John and I,
I actually enjoyed the ice cream.
but John and I grew up eating them because we commoners, only common folks eat Little Debbie.
And I'm not common folk.
Listen,
Bloomingdale's though.
I'm waiting for you to
Bloomingdale's.
bust out a Bloomingdale knife and fork to eat this Ocho bar we're about to eat
I
today.
bet you would eat Little Debbie if they sold them at Bloomingdale's.
She would.
I
I
would
believe so.
not,
I
y'all.
wholeheartedly believe that.
I would not, y'all. No, that I don't. I'm
As
not
long as
a
it was brand exclusive to Bloomingdale's, it would have to be brand exclusive.
listen. I
They
grew up
changed up the form a
with
little bit.
I
Yes.
grew up with a
Add a little
granny
nutmeg,
that was
a little
like
cinnamon,
that just wasn't
some
real
turmeric.
cake.
Just a little nutmeg.
Y'all give me such a hard time. And I do not deserve this
A little
hard
honey.
time.
Get rid of the cane sugar. Just some honey.
Oh my god. Oh my
No
god.
preservatives.
Oh my god. Y'all give me such
Instead
a
of peanut
hard
butter, be
time.
almond butter.
Yes.
And I looked over because that's what's on my counter over there. Some almond butter.
See there? Oh my god.
Some Justin's almond butter.
Pair it with some chamomile tea. Have a late night snack.
With a little bit of cashew milk in there. She doesn't do almond milk. It's cashew
I do
milk.
almond milk. That's what I
Cashew
drink.
milk.
Cashew milk is nasty. I drink almond milk.
What about soy juice? Would you put some soy juice in there?
I don't do soy anything.
Oh.
Soy is bad for you.
Soy milk. They wanted to name it soy juice when it came out, but soy juice just made you gag whenever you said it or heard it.
Y'all give me a hard
It's making me gag right now just thinking about it.
Y'all give me such a hard time.
I hate soy.
Yeah, I don't like soy either. Hey, let me ask you something, John. I heard that Little Debbie is going out of business, or they're going to stop distributing Little Debbie. Was that a Canada thing or United States thing?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, I heard. I have to look it up. I don't know why I asked the question.
I gotta look it now.
Yeah. So you never liked the oatmeal patties, Steph? You didn't even carry that in your house, right? Your mom never carried that stuff in there.
I mean, my siblings ate them. I did.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
They were the common folk.
They were not common folk.
You heard you said that. My siblings ate that. I didn't. And I bet you turned your nose up at them every time.
You know, I don't know if you remember. I posted a picture of myself when I was 5. And my nose was turned all the way up.
Yes.
And my mama said in the comments, she said, you still make that face.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you make that face regularly. And I'm just like.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so that was the story is fiction. I see.
It is. The rumor appears to come from a September article in the military news publication Stars and Stripes, detailing how Little Debbie snack cakes will no longer be sold on military bases. Has no bearing on the general public.
Okay, sounds good. I'm glad to hear that. For all of us commoners that eat it. So, even though Steph wasn't here, that is a better way to.
I am a commoner.
Sure. So, here's more of an example of how Steph is the elite. Here's what we're trying today. Now, this isn't
this upside down. I can't tell.
At the register, it's called Ocho.
Yeah, this isn't just a normal peanut butter bar.
This little thing is 2 for $4 at Publix.
Yes, it is. It's regularly priced $2.39.
So it's already outside of the normal price of a candy bar. Now, mind you,
no, it's not, because Snickers and Twix right now is $2.
But Snickers and Twix cannot fit in my hand with more extra room in here. This is a miniature bar disguising itself as a full-size bar. But of course,
it's organic.
Again, back to my point.
It's like a diuretic.
Let's look at the nutrition facts. It's 240 calories, 16 grams of fat.
That's a lot of calories for a small bar.
Sodium.
If I had hemorrhoids and I looked at this, I'd probably try to stick it up there for relief.
And you know what, John? You're going to feel real bad if it's good, too. And I bought
It's about
two.
the same size. I
I
mean,
bought two just in case it's good.
All right,
all
well,
right.
let's open it up
So did
here.
I.
It's
Is your
organic.
is your name just John or is it Jonathan?
Jonathan.
Is
There's
it
some.
Jonathan?
Absolutely not.
Let's see,
Oh, because I was asking because in those moments I like to say people's whole names. I was gonna Jonathan you.
I hate that name.
Is it Jonathan no or no?
No, it's not. It's John.
Oh, I'm about to say Keith, it's not Jonathan.
It's a
Mm-mm.
derivative of Jonathan, but no, it's just John. I mean, y'all got ahead of me.
I know he
Mm-hmm.
bit into it. He was tired of us. Okay. What you think, Keith?
I'm a little disappointed.
Hey, good. Y'all crazy.
Not me.
Let me tell you
You
why I'm
don't like
disappointed.
it? I like it.
When I bit into it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I just didn't read this correctly. Yeah, I didn't. It said
Mm-hmm.
peanut butter bar, milk chocolate filled with peanut butter. So I was expecting a little nut there too, crunchy nuts in there.
It got a little crunch in it.
What's that sugar?
That's
Um,
good.
but it's not bad. It's like a I don't know. It tastes like one of those sedity
Why I gotta be sedity?
Reese's Pieces that they said, "Hey, we're going to mold this chocolate together. We're going to put probably about $20 more into this chocolate than what we would use for Reese's, and the peanut butter. It's going to be a little bit more sophisticated. It's going to be almost like a nougat, as a peanut butter that we would not ever put in a Reese's cup. And then we're going to compile this together. And what we're going to do is we're going to segregate this. It should be a candy bar, but we're not going to put it with the other candy bars.
It is at the register with the other candy bars.
It's right. Is it next to a Snickers? I think it's
No,
like a couple
it's
of
next to the breath mints.
right. Exactly.
Altoids.
Yeah. The higher class uh pricing of candy bars at the checkout counter. The $2 and up, you know. There's a hierarchy there.
But
There's
y'all
there's
don't
the
say that
regular
about Ferrero Rocher, and it's right there
king.
beside it.
Well, Ferrero Rocher is up there. I mean, but this is this is it's very high priced and
I like it though.
okay. John?
It's gone, man.
All right. John is a chocolate and peanut butter connoisseur, so I really
Oh,
want to get
is
his
he?
his
I remember he
thoughts on
liked
this one.
peanut butter.
Oh yes. Tell us, John.
What you think?
I said it's gone. If it's good, it's gone.
You could have been hungry.
Right.
I'm
One
not
of
that
those.
hungry, but I just
Or you could
Well,
have been being nice because it's my pick and you don't want to hurt my feelings.
no. It's great. It tastes great. There's
all right.
little you can see the little chopped up peanuts in there.
Mm-hmm.
There are some sugar granules that you bite into with each bite. It's interesting, but it's not off putting.
Yeah.
It's it's a nice little delightful bite. I really appreciate it, and it's a probably a because it has about 5 grams of protein in there, so it's probably healthier than your standard Snicker or Baby Ruth. It does have 17 grams of sugar. All right, so that's kind of high.
And I'm smacking too. It's so good.
I'm
It's
glad it's
okay.
not leaving a dry taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
You thought it was gonna leave a dry taste?
I didn't realize it was 17 grams of sugar in it.
Mm.
So, usually some things like that, when they're less grams of sugar in it, it kind of leaves a dry, off putting taste in your mouth. But it really did not.
But being that it has so much sugar, I'm gonna be bouncing off of the walls tonight.
I'm
it's a
sure
good
it will.
quality candy bar if that's what we want to classify this as.
Yeah.
You know.
It is a higher priced.
Is that spring water?
It's Essentia.
Okay, is that spring water?
No, it's alkaline water.
That is the
Yeah.
$5 or $6 bottle of water that you kind of pass
It
by
is not
when you
$5 or $6.
looking for the
This
2 for $4 or
this
two
size
for
is a
I'm
dollar.
looking for generic,
yeah,
racetrack, Wawa,
yeah.
7-Eleven water,
2 for $3, 2 for $4.
Ugh. I'm
See
not
there?
drinking store brand
Circle
water.
K.
Of
Mm-mm.
course. Look at that face.
I'm not
Wow.
drinking Deer Park. I'm not drinking
Wow. Deer Park is
Nestle.
You
I'm
don't
not
want a deer
doing it.
pissing and shit in your water, right?
man. Wow.
Listen, let me tell you something. I take my own water everywhere I go.
Wow.
In a
Wow.
satchel.
Or if my mama knows I'm
Mhm.
coming to town, it's a cincher in her
Satchel.
house. Did you say a satchel?
Yeah. That's where you
Mm-mm.
carry the water in. Now,
Mm-mm.
what's freaking me out is that you're drinking it from the bottle.
Where's your straw?
Right.
Is it too deep?
I don't always use straw. No, I don't always use straws, y'all. With my water, I don't
How
because
many ounces of water is that?
water doesn't stain your tea.
Looks like
This
16.
is 16.9 fluid ounces,
Hmm.
and it has electrolytes for taste.
Her straw is actually pretty long, so that straw would be,
It
it's
should
too
clear. It
short.
should clear the top.
I don't
Yeah.
use straws with water unless I have lemon in it.
Unless it's 32 ounces.
Y'all give me such a hard time.
Hey, John, I'm about to go in real quick of how was everybody's Christmas, but I wanted to give you a little nugget there. So when I left you on Saturday, I had to go make a U-turn because I went the wrong way, right? Well, you
Hmm.
couldn't cross across the street, so I had to go down, and I missed the first light to make a U-turn where that Wawa was. So lo and behold, I passed. There's a Krispy Kreme.
Woo!
The hot sign was on. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna just run over here and get me 2 quick donuts, bruh." I ordered two, and guess what? At that Krispy Kreme, I guess maybe it's because it's new. I don't know. When the light is on, the donuts are free.
What?
Yes,
Which donuts are free?
the glazed hot donuts are free. Because
Don't
when I
send
got
me
around
that.
there, I actually ordered three. I didn't order two. Did I order three? No, I ordered two. And so when I came around to the front, the girl said, "Oh yeah, our light is on. It's free." I said, "Huh?"
Is there? Well, there obviously has to be a limit.
I'm
That
gonna
must be
call
a
and find
new
out.
thing.
So
I didn't.
I doubt you can circle around to the drive-through and say, "Yeah, I want a dozen." Oh, these are free because the red light is on. So
It may be. I don't know. I'm gonna call and find out. And I was tempted to call you, but I said, no, I'm not gonna do that to my brother because he's got some cookies and a cupcake, and I didn't want him to hurt himself.
you should have called me.
John, that's a lot of sugar. Do you have a
Listen,
sweet tooth?
I
Like
have a
sweet.
I have a very bad sweet tooth.
I'm about to say, a sweet's your weakness.
Yes, they are. They're my Achilles heel. I can't shake them.
Listen, Keith can tell you like a long time ago because I haven't been doing so lately. Like I would bake stuff and post them in the group just to drive people up the wall.
Yeah, well, you need
Yeah.
to start baking stuff and sending it over here.
Sending it to
You
Florida.
just fire it up and throw that son of a bitch at my head.
Oh man.
Because we had a group member that asked for chocolate cake. I baked his chocolate
Mm.
cake and he ate the whole cake, did not share it, did not nothing.
That's
Oh
the
my
appropriate
god.
human response if you are have an affinity to chocolate
I
cake,
thought
not
he
to
was going to
share.
share the cake with some people. It was a big cake.
Mm, mm. So Christmas, we're past Christmas time. So how was everybody's Christmas, John? How was yours? Let's start with you. Anything special? Anything good happen? What did you do?
It was a normal run of the mill Christmas. I woke up. Um, I had cooked 2 pound cakes the day before. Well, excuse me. My daughter and I cooked 2 pound cakes
Oh,
before.
she's in the kitchen with you cooking these pound. That's right. You did say she's cooking pound
Hmm.
cakes now with you. Okay.
Oh,
So she gave a Herculean effort into both of those. And then the day of Christmas, I cooked some macaroni and cheese for my family. We stopped
Hmm.
by my in law's house, dropped off 1 pound cake and their gifts, and stayed there for about an hour and a half. And then after that, we headed to Titusville, with my family, and we had dinner around 3 o'clock. Of course, my grandmother, who shows up whenever she pleases, she shows up late, and I was a little upset because she makes the best um, potato salad, and the potato salad wasn't there at 3 o'clock when I was expecting it to be. But once again, my grandmother shows up whenever she shows up. So
I
That's
like
right.
her because I do that. My family knows I show up when I feel like.
yeah, so she finally shows up after we've basically broken bread, and in the process of breaking bread and consuming our meals, and I think I was on my first plate when she walks through the door. And I said, "Hey, young lady, how you doing?" "I'm doing just fine, as I please." Usually, when I say "how you doing," it's the setup because it's not going to be a normal run of the mill rather greeting. It's "as I please." I'm doing as I please.
Oh,
Mm.
So my
Where was
aunt,
Granddad?
I was about to ask that. I was about to
Because
ask.
this is a neutral site. This is at your uncle's
Right.
house, right?
it's a neutral site game.
I was
Yes,
about to ask. Was your
No,
grandfather there?
yes.
no home field advantage for anybody.
He's usually the first one there. He's very prompt
Hmm.
Hmm.
when he comes over to anyone's house. So if you tell him dinner's at 3, he's there at 2:30.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh no, I can't do that.
He's there.
Wow.
It's. I think he does it strategically because he wants to get the seat that isolates him away from everybody the most.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
if there's a single armchair, that's where he is, or a love seat. But he normally gets there early, especially at my mom's house. He
Wow.
has one specific chair that he sits in, which is the recliner chair.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
Yeah, because listen,
It's
if dinner is
strategic,
at
huh?
3, y'all better tell me one.
It's
yeah,
strategic.
it's strategic. So
Okay.
everybody exchanged gifts. The meal once again was lovely. Um, the gifts were lovely, and we had a good time. Um, the only interesting thing that happened was my grandmother. She gifted, I think, everybody a Macy's gift card, and I can't remember the last time I shopped at Macy's. And then on top of that, she double gifted. Uh, I think she gave a few people $20 checks and an additional card. And I don't know if that was the plan, but we ended up shredding those checks because I don't think she meant to give those out. So
Oh,
Wow. That's nice. That is very nice of her. All right. Sound like it was an eventful day. Steph, how was yours? I know you traveled.
Christmas was great. First of all, my mom's party was amazing Friday night.
That's right. That's right.
We
That's
had a
right.
really, really good time. She enjoyed her party, so that was good. It was one thing that made me mad at the party. Anytime we have a family gathering, I always try to catch my mom and my brother dancing because their
Hmm.
dances are just beautiful. And
Hmm.
I was videoing, and some lady from church came and interrupted them dancing. So I was just mad about that, but I got over it.
what do you mean?
Um, like she interrupted them, like pulled my mama away to have a conversation with her in the middle of her my brother dancing and doing what they do, and I
Mid
was so
song? She couldn't wait.
yes, she couldn't
She had to
wait. Yeah,
discuss whatever was on her mind at that particular
right.
time.
That's what I said too. I was mad.
That's rude.
Mess my video up.
Yeah.
Um, but Sunday for Christmas, as usual, we kind of broke tradition this year,
Very
and
rude.
I blame my siblings, my two older siblings, and my brother, because my baby sister Malaysia and I we were in place. The tradition is always we're up at 5-ish, 6-ish to open gifts.
Hmm.
Then we have this huge breakfast, and then if church is there, we'll go to church. But my siblings now they really busted up the tradition this year, and you could tell my mom was disappointed. She tried to play it off, but I was mad. Um, so we did things out of order. I did things out of order because I went ahead and ate. I was hungry.
What was the
So
breakfast?
what did my mom make? She made pancakes, of course, her famous pancakes. She made these sausage dogs with she French toast sausage dogs. She did the French toast and she rolled
Mm.
the sausage in them and deep fried them.
Ooh,
Um,
sugar.
We, of course, grits, eggs, more sausage, bacon. There was some other stuff on that stove too. Mama cooked a lot. I don't think she made biscuits this year. She usually makes biscuits. She didn't make any biscuits.
I don't
Um,
think you
but
need any biscuits with all those carbs on there, with
but
the
you can have
pancakes and the
some
French
people
toast.
that aren't gonna eat pancakes, that aren't gonna do this. So usually she'll have
Yeah.
biscuits. Something for
Give me my
everybody.
biscuits. I ain't gonna eat no pancake. Give me biscuits with my
Because
grits.
it was so many people in that house, and I
Whew.
really want my mom to teach me how to make her homemade biscuits because they're so delicious.
Mm,
But I,
mm, mm,
I had
mm,
a
mm.
petty moment because they wanted to break with tradition, and then they came in at 8:30 trying to eat breakfast, and I hit my mic. And my aunt was like, Stephanie, come on in here so we can say grace. I said I ate on time,
Oh,
so I
wow.
was
Okay.
I was a little salty, a little petty, but I mean, overall, it was good. We had a great time opening gifts. 5 years later, my dad's presence is still missed in there on Christmas morning. It just,
Hmm.
it, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the house feels really cold on Christmas morning now. And, it's different.
Yeah.
Um, and like I said, 5 years later, and I'm still not used to him not being there on Christmas. So
Hmm.
I had a little sad moment, but other than that, it was cool.
Mm.
That's good.
So,
That's good
what
to
about
hear.
Awesome.
you, Ronald?
Man, it was a good Christmas. It was pretty good. It was traditionally we have dinner on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this year, of course, we did it again, and we exchanged a few gifts on Christmas Eve. We were supposed to have Christmas Eve here, but then we went over to my sister's house, and we all, my in-laws, and my parents and my aunt, and of course my family. We went over there. My aunt, she just lost her husband a couple of months ago, so she actually came over and stayed with my mom. I think um, took her back today actually. So she stayed a
Okay.
good little while. I was expecting her to stay through New Year's, but her and her dog, but it didn't happen. But
Mm-hmm.
it was a different Christmas because my uncle wasn't here, and so
Mm-hmm.
we were just trying to shower her with love. But she really enjoyed herself, had a very good time. We ate good. My wife, for the very first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean the very first time, made a pernil, which is a pig,
Okay.
Spanish, with the crispy skin and everything. And I was like, wow, this was amazing.
Oh.
So she made that, and I baked some fish and shrimp as well. And then, everybody else had all the other stuff to go with it on Christmas Eve. So we ate. Then Christmas Day, we went over to my mom's house and ate again. you know, my mom she actually made some oxtails this year, which were phenomenal. My aunt made a roast and had some greens and, all the other good fixings with it. And then my mom, she'll give us our gifts on Christmas Day. So we went over there and did that. And so we had a very, very good time. Nothing too, you know, I was, you said it earlier about it being like 5 years and it's been weird, without your dad there, things like that. For me, like Christmas, it is fun. It's just been different since my granny passed away. So it's like a priority for me for my son and for my wife, of course, but it's just not a priority like the excitement for me with Christmas time is gone, if that makes
Right.
sense.
It
So
does.
yeah, so I just it's very different because my Christmas growing up, we were heading to Tallahassee. My granny had like this little looked like it was 1 feet, but I know it was taller than that tree, with all these things underneath it, and just all of us staying in her house, her small house, and I mean we'll be all over the place,
Yes.
sleeping, and that's been gone now since she's been gone, going on 10 years in February coming up. So it's just been different, but outside of that, it was a good time being able to be with family. And my wife and I at first, we were like, oh man, this is just so much, because we hosted Thanksgiving, hosted now, well, we were supposed to host Christmas Eve, and just kind of worn out a little bit, but we ended up having such a great time that my wife was like, next year we're gonna take off Thanksgiving, but Christmas, we could do Christmas Eve, we could take off, because I told her, I mean, we can do it, because I told her next year I would like for us to do something different for Thanksgiving, at least maybe travel or go on a cruise or something like that. She was like, I'm down. So we're probably gonna do something. I don't know. We're looking at either um, jumping on a cruise, this brand new Norwegian ship we saw, or possibly going down to um, an all-inclusive resort, either at Mexico or somewhere.
Okay,
So just going to do something different.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm not so like gung ho to go home for Thanksgiving like I am with Christmas. Because
Hmm.
since you've known me, I've spent a few Thanksgivings here by myself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Especially that year COVID hit, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Right. Right.
They barely saw me for Christmas, but because it was crazy, because Christmas time that year I went home Christmas Eve, and I think I left Christmas Day, because no, I got home, yeah, Christmas Eve. I left the morning after Christmas because my sister ended up getting COVID. She got her results Christmas Day. And I
Okay.
got the heck up out of there. I was like, Malaysia, I love you. But because when I got there, she was like, I think I have COVID. I was masked
Excuse me.
up. But I was like, I'm not going to drive all this way and not hug you. She was so scared of
Right.
getting
Right.
me sick.
Hmm.
But when I found those results out and found out she had COVID, I was like, I left.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
that's crazy. A lot of people are getting COVID again. I thought for a minute my wife
mhm.
had it, because she has been sick continuously for the past month now.
Yeah, my cousin has it now. And
Mm.
the COVID deaths are on the rise again too.
Yeah,
So
I'm seeing
I'm
that.
just urging everybody to be careful.
Yeah, be very careful. So yeah, yeah, gonna do it a little different. And I'm the opposite of you. I actually look forward for Thanksgiving, but I
Okay.
don't look forward to Christmas, because I guess with Thanksgiving, growing up,
Mhm.
Granny would always either come to wherever we lived,
Mhm.
and so it was different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It
yeah, it's just ain't been the
Christmas is
same for
different
me.
without my granny too, because my mama is not making our Christmas stockings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yes. Grown children, we listen.
Hey, I
We
understand.
still get Christmas stockings and Easter baskets. Judging
I,
mama. I'm not.
I understand.
I'm not ashamed to say
I,
that I still get an Easter basket and a Christmas stocking.
I understand. I used to love my Easter baskets
But
from Granny.
adult Easter baskets are dope because she put stuff in
Yes.
there like your needs,
Mm-hmm.
deodorant,
Absolutely.
all that
Yeah,
good stuff. I'm like, thanks, mom.
that's right. That's right. Well, we hope everyone, had a Merry Christmas. Or if you celebrate Hanukkah, or if you celebrate Kwanzaa, celebrating Kwanzaa as it's still going on. We'll just start it. Or if you don't celebrate, you enjoyed a couple of days off from work if you didn't have to work. Uh,
Any New Year's Eve plans, fellas?
Working, uh, working for me.
Oh. Well, it's your anniversary though, right? New Year's Day, right?
Hmm.
What are you doing for the anniversary?
Working.
What?
I will be up for work at 7:30, but I no, I have a dinner planned for us that evening. I'm
Okay.
taking her to. So
Oh, happy anniversary, guys.
thank you, thank you,
Happy anniversary.
thank you. What about you, John? What you got planned for New Year's?
Not much. We will have our New Year's Day breakfast at my mother's house. I'll be making some pancakes
Hmm.
like I normally do, and she will take care of everything else. And New Year's Eve, I don't know. We may go to church, we may not. Don't know.
What about you, Steph?
I will be here on my couch watching TV with something. I'm gonna make something yummy like I always do. Have my champagne
Hmm.
and just chill out on my couch.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know,
That's it.
that's another thing that hit different, especially being a married man. New Year's don't hit the same way when I was single.
What would single Ronald do on New Year's Eve? You'd be gallivanting out
single,
there in them
so
streets.
single Ronald would do one part of it that I would do that I do as a married man is that we would usually go to church. Now we haven't been to church in the last two. Well, I'll be honest, we haven't really. We've been a watch night off and on because it depends on if we're in town, right? Because it's our anniversary, so usually we'll be out of town for our anniversary. Um, but if we're in town, we would go to church. But um, that's the only thing that would single Ronald would do that I'm doing now. The other activities we're going to sign off on. Thank you guys
Oh
for
my
listening
gosh, really?
and watching the Short Desk Podcast YouTube show. We will be back next week. And listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't watch these damn shows. We ended at episode 20, so y'all better get your mama, your daddy, your grandpappy, your grandmammy, everybody in here to watch these damn shows here.
And
Uh,
subscribe.
that's not the
Hit
only
that
thing, John. What else you got
notification.
to do?
Hit that notification bell. Like, comment, share,
Mm-hmm.
send a smoke signal, antiquated email, antiquated letter via
Smoke
postal
signal.
service. Every
I
little bit helps.
cannot. I cannot.
I like that, John. A smoke signal. uh,
Watchmen.
Thank you guys for supporting us. We are the Short Desk Podcast YouTube show.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.